Aesthetic healthcare 2-3 decades ago was not considered by many as a mainstream healthcare vertical. We run a 6 months fellowship program under the name Shiksha. We have 3 months fellowship program accredited by ISAPS, where we invite fellows from across the globe.
I have come here as an observer during my postgraduate period. So you are one well-renowned cosmetic surgeon in Chennai, in India.
Viewers who are seeing this video to understand, who should you approach when you are considering an aesthetic procedure? Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jayanti Ravindran, a board-certified plastic surgeon and founder of Tamiralife. Tamiralife is a single specialty aesthetic healthcare hospital which is NABH-Accredited. Aesthetic healthcare 2-3 decades ago was not considered by many as a mainstream healthcare vertical. Today, aesthetic healthcare is growing rapidly, and 2-3 decades ago, we had to travel out of India to get training, experience, exposure to every new technique, technology that is being used in aesthetic healthcare. But the situation has changed today. India is growing to be a hub where in future such training will be offered in our country, and we will be inviting fellows and young plastic surgeons from across the globe to India. So I have fellows with me today. Some of them, like Dr. Keerthi, is going to complete a fellowship of 6 months with us. Dr. Alak is also going to complete. Dr. Renita has just started now. I'm here with them to for y'all to understand what is offered at Tamiralife. We are one of the accredited facility, and I'm one of the hosts for ISAPS Fellowship, International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery Fellowship. I'm the host with my team of other plastic surgeons. So Tamira is not a single surgeon driven center. There are 4-5 full-time plastic surgeons and many other visiting consultants operating in Tamira. We have fellows. We run a 6 months fellowship program under the name Shiksha. We have 3 months fellowship program accredited by ISAPS, where we invite fellows from across the globe to come and spend 3 months and learn all the surgical, non-surgical procedures that we do. And we also offered a 1-month observership to get a view of the various procedures that is done under the Indian Association of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery Association. So we have 3 kinds of fellowship. This video is very, very important. It's not just for the fellows, but also for viewers who are seeing this video to understand, who should you approach when you are considering an aesthetic procedure. So today there is a lot of myth about who is a specialist that who should offer aesthetic procedures. There are different specialists offering. Unfortunately, patients are not asking for their qualification or their training. So this video is to introduce each of you, which college you come from, why did you think that you need additional experience in training in aesthetic, and why Tamiralife is special for you to give you that complete exposure, or what is that you like? Introduce yourself.
Hi ma'am, I'm Dr. Keerthi. I'm from Tirupati, India. I have done my MCH plastic surgery at SRM Medical Hospital at Chennai, India. So I'm here first. I have come here as an observer during my postgraduate period. So you are one well-renowned cosmetic surgeon in Chennai, in India. So you are the first suggestion. So I have come here as an observer. When I came here, I was surprised to see the extent a plastic surgeon can go, the 360 degree of a plastic surgery, with the exposure which most of the medical colleges were limited to certain specialties. But this is another spectrum of cosmetic spectrum, where we can see both non-surgical and surgical.
So I'm just going to interrupt here, Dr. Keerthi. So all medical colleges in India, they are very well have senior specialists in plastic surgery, but we are also loaded with so much of work because of our population. We have reconstructive work, we have burns work, we have trauma related work. So each of the plastic surgery department, we have certain priorities. And because of the priorities, the earlier days, the aesthetic specialty as took a little backseat. But now all medical institutions are also catching up with this, right?
Yes.
So during her tenure, when you proportionately consider, the aesthetic exposure was limited. So then you spent 1 month observer, or nowadays we are partnering with all medical institute to send the postgraduate just to support the government medical institutions, for them to just also additional support for the postgraduates to learn what is an aesthetic practice, because the priority. So right here we do entirely aesthetic. So you came as an observer, and after that, so why did you decide? So you actually came as an ISAPS fellow with us,
Yes.
right? So you have gone through all the spectrum. You came as an IAPS fellow 1 month, then you took an ISAPS fellowship because you also wanted to be certified through an institute which is accredited by ISAPS, and then you continued 3 more months to complete our Shiksha Fellowship. So why did you from an observer for 3 months, and what is the additional 3 months? That's what I would like you to tell the viewers.
We need minimum 6 months. That's what I felt like. First 3 months to get to know what is going on, all the non-surgical. It's a broad spectrum. And you help us to understand from when the patient approaches. You made us feel a part of the team. So once the patient enters, and from counseling to making a diagnosis, formulating the plan, and to get actually involved in the management. So to gain the confidence, you actually helped us to take all the parts. So 3 months observership, I've liked it. And next 3 months, you are giving us a chance to practice whatever we have learned.
I would like everyone to understand is, I'll give you an analogy, right? So when you go and buy a car, you have a choice, buying a Maruti or an Audi or different. In healthcare vertical, unfortunately, patients are unaware of what they are paying for, right? When a certain specialist finish a training, I believe that they should be trained to produce the same result, because otherwise it's only one specialist should be operating, right? But today in every other healthcare vertical, there are thousands and millions of surgeons operating. So basically all of them should undergo the structured training program, and they all ideally should be delivering the same result. It is the choice of the patient to get it delivered in different infrastructure with different technology based on what they can afford. Yes. But that is the difference in aesthetic healthcare, right? So all of us here, when they complete the 6 months training, they are equally trained to deliver that result. That is why a minimum 6 months of training after completion of plastic surgery board certification is required. Once that 6 months minimum training is completed, more or less everybody delivers the same result. Then as they operate, they gain more experience. We also gain more experience. It's not that somebody who's been in the industry for 10 years, because we have newer techniques, newer technology coming in, and we are as good as a new plastic surgeon when we train in that new technique. So it's important that there is a period of training that they need to undergo to get equipped. So a minimum 6 months training is there. And when they leave the 6 months training, I can tell you they're as good as a senior specialist here to deliver that results, because they are not just trained or exposed, but they're also working with us. They have already seen some of these procedures or operated during their plastic surgery training, and they have got more experience to perfect the techniques here in the 6 months, and they are executing. So in many centers, you would see procedures being executed. So some of the patient, when they come, I ask them who did the PRP for them. So they don't even ask who has done it for them, because they just think when it's a PRP, it's just an injection. Anybody can do it. Same like getting a skin booster. They are just looking at advertisements on the net, and they're just going and getting it done. If it's a surgical procedure, it's a board certified plastic surgeon. If it's a non-surgical procedure, a plastic surgeon or a board certified dermatologist. These are the two qualified specialists to execute a non-surgical specialist. Dr. Alak, can you introduce which college you're from, and why did you choose our 6 months fellowship? Patients are confused today why there is a cost difference in price between different centers offering the same procedure. You only hear a word, high definition liposuction.
Correct. A high definition liposuction cannot be achieved without a vaser.
What does a normal liposuction do, and what does vaser do?
I would like to explain this with a small, understandable, easy example.